Welcome to the first installment of the tour of my movie collection. As per a lot of y'all's suggestion, we are going by shelf by shelf. So actually we're just gonna do the first row here of this shelf. And I'm gonna split this up into several different videos. My last video was me organizing all of this, so I have just alphabetized everything, and now we're gonna go bit by bit through my entire collection. I would be remiss if I did not mention that my friend over at Doomed Moviethon also shares his movie collection in this way. He calls it his My Horror Shelfie series. So if you like this video, you might like My Horror Shelfie over at Doomed Moviethon YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, I just feel like I need to clarify that I am not a serious collector. I just like to have the movies that I like on physical, just so I can watch them. That's what I'm doing here. So my collection is small. It may not be the best version of certain titles, but it's mine and I love it. All right, so let's work through it bit by bit, okay? Let's go. First is All the Colors of the Dark. This is a Severin Blu-ray. I blind bought this, and I usually don't blind buy anything, you know, because I only want to own movies that I like, right? But I had to take a chance on this. And at the time, like, you just couldn't find it streaming. You couldn't find it on YouTube. It was just like I had no way to watch it, but I knew I wanted to because it stars Edwige Fenech, George Hilton, Ivan Rassimov, directed by Sergio Martino. I just had a good feeling. I was hearing good things or whatever. And I am really glad that I took a chance because I love this. I watch it all the time. This is one that I like to rewatch a lot. If you haven't seen it, it's a Giallo with a twist. It's a like a Halloween friendly Giallo, you know? So I love this. I also love that it's first. Next is American Rickshaw. Oh, another Sergio Martino film actually. Have you seen this? Josh A. Kagan and Kayla gave this to me as a gift, and this is weird. All right, I recently realized that this is on the debatable list of Jolly that is on Wikipedia, so some might consider this a Giallo. Okay, how do I explain it? It's like a really weird like 80s experience. I don't know, it's like a mystery thing. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Like the fact that I watched it and then put it back in the case and then put it back on my shelf, that says like, okay, well, I'm keeping it, which says something. Next up is this very special fancy 4K of The Bird with the Crystal Plumage that Craig gifted to me. And it's a really special gift because I don't even have a 4K player yet. So right now, I do have it sort of like a collector's piece. This is the Arrow release that came out not long ago. And like, I don't even know, what do you do with this paper thing? Do you keep it? It's like paper cover thing. I'm keeping it for now. But you know, I did a whole video on this thing, but it's really nice. It comes with a booklet and a poster, and I should probably do something with this poster. Oh, I also just watched this movie over on Sweet and Spooky's channel. We watched it live together, and so if you want to like watch it again and then put on our commentary with it, you could. Next up is Blackenstein. This is a Severin release, and it's probably the first blaxploitation film I ever watched, and I've only seen it the one time, so I do need to revisit. I remember thinking like, it's good. It could have been like, they could have done some things better, but I remember really liking it. So I do want to revisit. I have rewatched Blackula way more, but it's so pretty too. Look at the back of that. That's pretty. Speaking of Blackula, he's next. This is something that I bought last year from Orbit. This is a film that I'm really fond of. I like to revisit this one, and I just love the vibes. The 70s, the aristocratic vampire coming to modern day, modern being the 70s, is something that I love. So this is a nice, funky, good time. Next is Blood and Black Lace, of course, a classic. When you're getting into Giallo, one of the first things people will tell you is watch Blood and Black Lace. I wouldn't recommend this as a first Giallo myself, but it is very good, beautiful, lush, decadent, and obviously a trendsetter in the genre. Oh yeah, and this came to me from the mayor. Next up is Blood from the Mummy's Tomb. This was sent to me by Craig. This is a Hammer film, but and it's like an Egyptian mummy thing, but it's a little different. It's not your typical mummy monster movie. I've only seen it the once. This is another one that I want to revisit because Hammer has been for me an acquired taste. It's weird because I would watch several of them and I'd be like, that's okay. Like, that was okay. That was fine. But yet I kept wanting to watch more. You know what I mean? And I think the more I watch, the more I learn to appreciate these films. So I do want to come back to this. Obviously, Valerie Leone, I hope that's how you say it, is a goddess. And I love archaeology-infused horror. Next is Bloody Pit of Horror. Oh, look, I love this copy I have. Look at this, like, matte slipcover. Oh my gosh. And this. This was I think this was 60s, right? 65, dang, this is old. This was a 60s film that really surprised me. It was like a little bit more of a hard-hitting 60s film, and it was just really fun. Really fun. A lot of like focus on torture, yet it still was pretty lighthearted. I don't know, this was just very unique and very cool. Brian is the one that recommended this to me, and then shortly after I found that it was on sale. So I think I snatched this up for $10 or something. Next is The Brood. I got this from Criterion when I was placing my Gummo order. I was like, let me stack on a couple of other things. So The Brood was one that I added, and I just recently re-watched it. And I feel like I didn't like it as much the second time. I'm sorry if you don't know these movies and I'm not explaining to you what they are. I'm sorry. Let me know in the comments if I should do that in future videos. But yeah, this is a nice, snowy, Cronenberg body horror-ish kind of thing, but I don't know. I didn't like it as much this time. I guess that's all I have to say. I'm still keeping it for now. Next is my Camille Keaton in Italy box set from Vinegar Syndrome. I wanted this like ever since I saw that it existed. I really love Camille Keaton. So I snagged it when it was on sale, and let me show you what's in it. Tragic Ceremony, perhaps more loved for its imagery than its actual story or lack thereof. Madeline. This was really, really weird, but kind of good. Like you want to keep watching it for some reason. And Sex of the Witch. As I said in my last video, I actually haven't seen it. So technically this set shouldn't even be on this shelf because it's something I haven't seen on it. I'm trying to keep films I haven't seen on a separate shelf. But this one, whoops. I'm just gonna put it over there anyway. I'll just watch Sex of the Witch sooner than later. Next is my copy of Case of the Bloody Iris. This is Celluloid Dreams' first release. Here's the other side. Love this movie. If you love Edwidge, you probably love the movie too. It's a really fun Giallo. It's a Giallo that checks a lot of the boxes, but it also has a little bit of fun. So I truly enjoy this movie, and this is another just highly rewatchable film. Next is this Cauldron copy of City of the Living Dead. This is my favorite of the Gates of Hell trilogy, and this is a really, really beautiful. This was also from my friends Josh and Kayla. And this is like one where I feel like this is almost too fancy for me. Because it's too good for me. Is this too fancy for me? Oh, it's just, I love the way this design looks, how the art came out. It's just beautiful. And I did not put Gates of Hell next to each other, but I think I have like a DVD of The Beyond and a blue of House by the Cemetery, and then I have this super fancy City of the Living Dead. So they're just not together. That's okay. We're trying the alphabetical thing. And next is Count Yorga, vampire, who I talk about all the freaking time. But if you're new here, just to get you up to speed, I'm obsessed with Count Yorga, and I probably talk about it too much. This is exactly what I want out of a 70s vampire movie. Now, when it comes to the alphabetical order, I did put The Return of Count Yorga with Count Yorga 1. This was one that I just felt like they needed to go together, or I might get confused. So I just did a video on The Return of Count Yorga. Not the best thing ever, but it is more Robert Quarry as Count Yorga, so it is worth it, at least a little bit. Next is Daisies. When did I get this? Oh, I got this pretty recently. I just bought it by itself. This is the Criterion release of Daisies from 1966. Just really fun, weird, girly, Czech new wave that is chaotic and strange, and I just loved it so much when I saw it. Next is Death Occurred Last Night. This was brought to my attention. This release was brought to my attention by The Count. What's up, Count, if you're watching this? So this is a Raro video, and before this release, you couldn't find, like, I would see this for sale for like $85. And I was like, dang, I really want to own this, but not for $85. So thankfully I was able to get my hands on this when it was put out by Raro. This is a Giallo that I quite enjoy. It's just like a really good movie, and it's also sad, and I don't usually like sad stuff either, but I love me some Death Occurred Last Night. Death Walks at Midnight. When I was in Asheville, North Carolina a couple of years ago, my friend the mayor was like, hey, you should go to Orbit. And I was like, what is Orbit? But I actually got to go to the Orbit DVD store, and y'all, it was freaking awesome. Whew, I was flipping out. There was just, I think there was like a whole Giallo section, like a shelf of just Giallo. And I was like, I didn't even have any money, but I was like, I have to buy something here. I have to buy something here. So I was looking through everything, and I ended up buying Death Walks at Midnight. This is one of my favorites. This is one that I would recommend to somebody like just getting into the genre. Or it's one that I would recommend to somebody who's kind of doesn't really like horror that much, because this doesn't go too hard. But I absolutely love the lead actress, Nieves Navarro, and just the fun tone of this movie. So this was the thing I selected out of everything I saw at Orbit. And financially, I survived. Okay, next is, I'm that person just this once. I have 2 copies of the same movie here. Delirium Photo of Joya is one of my favorite movies. I also had the DVD first, but when my friend Giallo Submarine sent me this 88 Films copy, I ended up passing along the DVD to someone else. And then this freaking thing came out last year. Oh my gosh. So I was like, oh, I'm just keeping both of these because, I mean, it is one of my favorite movies. And there's something about having multiple copies of one of your favorite movies. It just says like, it's like physical evidence. This is how much I love it. Okay? It's like a statement. And now I kind of wish I still had the DVD, but I don't care that much. Anyway, this is an 80s Giallo that's a little bit bonkers and everything. Some people don't like it, and I struggle to understand. But I respect you if you don't like it. And next is Cemetery Man, aka Della Morte dell'Amore. This was given to me by the mayor, and I just think this cover is hilarious. It's like, what kind of movie is this? I loved this movie just like a lot of people do. There's just something about it, even though it's super freaking weird. I have only seen it once, I think. maybe twice, but I think only once. But I understand why everybody talks about it. Like it's awesome. We are just gonna take a quick break and I'll be back in a jiffy. I would like to take a moment to give you a recommendation for a podcast. The podcast is The Horror Double Bill. It is put on by my friend Craig, where he talks about 2 horror movies, puts them side by side, and compares and contrasts them. If you're smart, you'll probably really like it because it's well researched, it's intellectual, it provides historical context and things like that. And if you're not smart, you might like it too because you can learn some stuff, okay? So check it out. One episode that I liked in particular compared House with Laughing Windows with Don't Torture Duckling. It was really cool. So Craig's been putting a lot of work into this, so please check it out. This is for the horror and the Giallo fans, okay? So look for it down there. Okay, thanks. Next up is a movie I actually watched last night again, and that's Dolly Dearest. This is a 1991 killer doll / archaeology horror movie. This is just really freaking good. This doll looks so good. Oh, they did an awesome job with this doll and the movements and the kills, and I love killer dolls. And I was reading about this director, Maria Leese, and it looks like the only other movies that she directed besides this were pornos. And I'm like, I want to know more about this person and her career, and I'm having a brief Google was not giving me much. So I'm really fascinated at how did she end up here. But anyway, this was recommended to me by one of y'all a while ago, and I just really love it now. Vinegar Syndrome. This is a Vinegar Syndrome copy. It is a really good one. Like good killer doll movies are hard to find, so I'm thankful for this one. Next up is Double Face. This was sent to me by Brian. This is an Arrow Blu-ray, and it's an early Giallo. I guess it depends on who you ask. It's kind of a Giallo. It's a Giallo? Probably. This is a Klaus Kinski. I've only seen it once, but as I recall, it's sort of like a gothic situation, gothic vibes, and I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was well done. I just don't know what to make of Klaus though, you know? But I liked the twist ending, and I had a good time with this one. Next is Eugenie, the story of her journey into perversion. Brian sent me this. This is a Blue Underground Blu-ray. This is a Jess Franco film, and it's actually been quite influential to me. This soundtrack right here, this soundtrack has risen to the absolute top. It is my, okay, maybe second, maybe top. One of my top 2 favorite scores in the world. And there is just something so beautiful about this film. I don't know, man. It really left an impact. It made an impact on me. And it's so easy to just be like, oh, this is trashy smut, right? Or you can take it a little more serious and see how it makes you feel. Or at the very least, listen to this music. Next is this copy, this Oblivion copy of Fatal Frames. I am not sure if this is official or not, but this is one of my top 4 favorite movies, and I understand that's controversial, but this is a big old mess, but I just love it. I love every second of it. I adore this movie. And even when you watch it, like even when I decide I want to put it in for a rewatch, it's not an easy undertaking. Like you prepare yourself for kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of like preparing to go run a mile or something. Like it's not necessarily easy. It's a big thing to do, to watch this movie. We'll say that. If anyone else owns this, let me know. I mean, you can have an opinion about the quality. I don't always have an eye for quality, but I don't have any problems with this one. If it ever gets like an upgrade or something like that, I would absolutely have multiple copies of this too. Although I did have the DVD, and I gave that away when I got this. But I'm trying to, you know, give back. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, love this movie. I should probably have my top 4, like, kind of like recreate the Letterboxd shelf, but put it on the wall and just have like my top 4 side by side. This shelf is hitting hard, y'all. Next is another top favorite. That is Forbidden Photos of a Lady Above Suspicion. The Count sent me this. I had a pretty cheap DVD of this, and the Count upgraded me to this Blu-ray. This is a Giallo, like more on the soap opera, drama, thriller side, but something about the music, the cast, just the vibe. It comes with a lot of like relaxing moments as well, and just like beautiful moments. And I guess I just like the variety we get with this movie, and you just can't beat this cast. And with Giallo, it's a little tricky because a lot of us are getting into it because of Dario Argento or Lucio Fulci, and we are looking for the horror, we're looking for the gore, we're looking for the action. But every Giallo does not necessarily offer that. Some of them are more like a drama, right? So watching this early on, I wouldn't even recommend this early on for someone who's new to Giallo, because this also is an acquired taste. And you have to kind of get oriented. Like, not everyone is going to have blood gushing everywhere. And this is one that could be considered a little lighter, but it's just so lovable. Okay, next, I haven't even shown you this. Forgotten Jolly, Volume 6. This just came in the other day. I finally decided to pull the trigger when they had their sale. Vinegar Syndrome had their sale. So I don't know why I wasn't gonna do it, but this has Death Carries a Cane, Naked You Die, and The Bloodstained Shadow. And I guess it's because, like, I don't know. The point is, I have it now. The Bloodstained Shadow I've only seen once, but I did really like it. I watched, it was one that I watched like early on in my Giallo journey. Naked You Die I've seen many times. I don't really like this cover. I guess it goes well with the other ones. No, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what this cover is saying. The movie is beautiful, and it's fun, and it's very 60s. And I just like this one a lot. It's funny how Naked You Die is just kind of widely loved. Even though it's not really the type of Giallo that is the most popular, if that makes sense. People just love it anyway. And Death Carries a Cane I've only seen once, but you gotta love Nieves Navarro. And just that simple fact that the killer has a cane. That's a good set. I'm glad that I got it. Because, gosh, when these things sell out, it's kind of like, damn. You get a little bit of FOMO, I guess. Speaking of things selling out, I'm pretty sure Volume 7 of Forgotten Jolly has sold out. So my condolences to those who did not get one. But this one, I even hesitated on this. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's what I call poor girl habits. Like, in your brain. And sometimes it doesn't matter if you can afford things. You still think that you can. If that's where you came from. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So, the reason I got this is for Obsession, A Taste for Fear. A film that I love, and some people really don't. And it's almost to this point where, like, I don't even know how to explain why I love it anymore. I just do. I just do. And it comes with Mystere, and a Sweets from a Stranger. Now, let me go back to Mystere. I can't say it. Let me go back to this for a second, because this is the perfect time to tell you that I was on a podcast. Hello, this is The Doomed Show. And I got on, it's my friend Richard's show. So I went on as a guest and we talked about Mystere. That's what the whole episode is just walking through Mystere. So if you have seen this and you want to talk about it, it's got spoilers. So I would recommend watching Mystere first and then go check out that podcast. I'll have it linked below. It just came out. So I just listened to it myself, actually. And it's a fun time. I drop a lot of tea at the end on this movie, so if you're interested, check it out. Next up is The Fox with the Velvet Tail. This is also known as In the Eye of the Hurricane. This was a Mondo Macabro release, and Josh and Kayla gave me this. And it took me a while to watch it because the cover wasn't grabbing me. I didn't know much. The only thing I knew about this movie was that bathtub. They have a beautiful bathroom and there's a swan in the bathtub. That should have been enough to assure me that this was going to be a good movie. I really liked this movie a lot. It also has John Sorrell in it, and it was just, I would call this a hidden gem in the Giallo genre. This is a good one. It's a solid one. When you think you've seen all the good ones, if you haven't seen this one, then you might have a good time with it. Next is Frankenstein Created Woman. This was from Brian. I can't believe I can remember who has given me what. Thank you all. This is one too, I guess, it's a Hammer film, right? And so sometimes, I guess I go in with certain expectations and then the film does something else instead. And then I'm like, oh, well, it was okay, right? So that's kind of the reaction I had with this. However, with time, I do look back on it fondly, and obviously it's still on my shelf. So it was worth keeping. Peter Cushing, and of course, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but just think about that title and what it could mean, you know? And next is one of my most prized possessions. I don't know if I can stop talking about Frogman or thinking about Frogman. You know, they're actually in post-production for Frogman 2 as we speak. So more Frogman is gonna be coming. This is the deluxe edition. It came with I did a whole freaking video on it, I think. But it came with a booklet and a poster and a postcard. And it just like looks so good on the shelf. When I'm staring at this shelf, like Frogman is the thing that pops out. Let me show you. Can you see that? It looks so good. Next is this copy of From Beyond. This came from the Mayor. This is a Scream Factory Blue, and I've only seen it the once, but I really enjoyed it. I just thought it was a fun watch. Love me this dream team of Jeffrey Combs. Jeffrey Combs. Why do I feel like there should be 2 O's in there? Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton. It was a good one. It was fun. Next is another one of my Letterboxd top 4, and that is Gummo. I feel like I talk about Gummo too much lately too, but obviously Criterion put out Gummo last year. It was a very special moment for me. Thank you so much to Disc Connected. I actually found out while I don't remember if I was on his channel or he was on my channel. I think it was on his channel when I found this out. So my reaction was captured live, and now a few months later, here I am. It is in my hands. I love this movie, even though it's not like any of these other movies on this shelf. I think the one it's most like actually is probably Daisy's. And the last thing on this shelf is actually brand new. So you guys haven't seen this in my collection yet. I got it from Vinegar Syndrome during their sale. This is what I got in addition to Forgotten Jolly 6. And that is this. Erencia Diabolica. Did I say it good? I saw somebody post a clip from this on Instagram. And I was like, oh man, what is this? I love me some killer dolls, as you know. And I think I was told that it's not that good or whatever, but I still just couldn't let it go. I couldn't let it go. I mean, how many movies do I love that people say it's not that good? It just like wasn't streaming. It wasn't on YouTube. It drove me crazy. And so when it went on sale, I can't remember how much it was. It was cheap. I was like, I'm buying this shit. And then I watched it the other day. And I guess they were right. It's not that good. But like, obviously, it's still on my shelf. If something is on my shelf, that's saying something, okay? There was something lovable about it. This is the Mexican killer doll movie. It's like Mexico's Chucky. Charming is the word I keep using when a film is kind of clumsy in some way. This was very clumsy. The suspense, the scare, the jump scare, none of it worked. But you still kind of like it. It's an easy watch, okay? It's all in Spanish with subtitles, but really you don't even need the subtitles because it's that easy of a watch. You can understand what's happening even if you don't know the language because it's just that simple and that straightforward, right? You know what I mean? Like you can piece it together what's happening. It was kind of good, sort of. Okay, if you've seen this, can we just talk? Can you let me know? Because obviously I'm struggling to think of what to say about this. It is shot in a beautiful house. Also, the doll is a clown. And I love clowns too. And it's just so different. You know, I think I've only seen a handful of films out of Mexico. So I also just felt like I was seeing something that had meaning. I say that even though it was like super vapid. And that is my first shelf of Blu-rays. I hope you had fun with this. If you have any like feedback of how you want me to present the rest of the shelves, if you need me to give like film synopses or something, let Ho know down below. Again, don't forget to check out my appearance on Hello, This is the Doomed Show, Talking Mystere. And don't forget to check out the Double Horror Bill podcast created by my friend Craig. Everything will be linked for you down below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!